They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother.
Have we started the fire?
Yes. The fire rises.
Fire. Fire is something that everyone understands. It's used as a means of symbolism in many different stories. What's great about fire is how visual it is. Fire is bright and always moving. It's very eye-catching, whether it's a massive burning building or a small campfire. Fire is something that people from all over the world can understand. So how is fire used as a visual tool in different movies? A lot of times fire is associated with destruction and pain. This is why it is the tool or symbol of the antagonist in a story. Sauron, the main antagonist in Lord of the Rings, wants to bring destruction across Middle-earth and place himself as the ultimate ruler. His land, Mordor, is home to powerful volcanoes spewing lava and fire. Sauron's ring is forged in Mount Doom, a volcano that is constantly roaring and exploding with fire. Throughout the 3 movies, Sauron is consistently associated with fire and the destruction that it brings. But this is not the only symbolic use of fire in these movies. In Return of the King, Lord Denethor's madness drives him to suicide. He burns himself alive and jumps off the Tower of Minas Tirith. The fire is an outward symbol of his inner madness that exploded from within him. The idea of fire as a tool of destruction is used in many movies. In Batman Begins, Ra's al Ghul burns Wayne Manor, symbolizing his authority over Batman and giving a taste of the destruction he plans to bring to Gotham.
Justice is balance. You burned my house and left me for dead. Consider us even.
The destruction of Wayne Manor is a powerful symbol. It shows how quickly something that stood strong for generations can be destroyed. X2 also follows this idea of destruction. Pyro, a mutant who can control fire, slowly turns away and becomes a killing machine. His turn towards evil is foreshadowed by his ability to wield fire. Pyro's hot-headed attitude and lack of self-control are usual characteristics associated with fire. One of the greatest uses of fire is to show a dramatic shift in power. In The Dark Knight, fire is used to show the power shift between the mob and the Joker. The mob's money burns as Joker stands and watches. He has destroyed the mob's life savings and taken over as the criminal ruler of Gotham's underworld.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
Gotham has exchanged money-hungry man for someone worse. In Saving Private Ryan, fire is simply a destructive tool. The Allies torch the Nazi bunkers and say, "Don't shoot! Let them burn!" The Americans wanted to inflict as much pain on the Germans as possible before their deaths. The American soldiers fight for the right side, but sometimes the intensity of war can bring out rage and lack of restraint. But fire is not just a symbol of destruction. Fire is a tool that can be used for good. Something that, when controlled, can aid instead of harm. Fire can be the symbol of hope. In Snowpiercer, it is darkness, not fire, that is the danger. The train enters the tunnel and the people from the back of the train are slaughtered, but Curtis remembers the matches. The lighting of the torch gives hope and strength back to the people. The one glimmer of hope multiplies until many torches are lit and they press forward into the darkness. The fire saves them and allows them to continue their journey towards the front of the train. Fire can also be a symbol of safety. In the gray, darkness, and what hides in the darkness is what is dangerous. The fire is a safe place. After the plane crash, the survivors move through a harsh world of snow and ice, with the wolf pack constantly on their tail. But the wolves fear the fire. They lurk just outside of the warmth and brightness that it brings. This gives the survivors a safe place during the night. The Star Wars saga uses fire as symbolism, especially with relation to Anakin Skywalker. When Anakin turns to the dark side and becomes Darth Vader, fire burns his body, turning him into the metal monster from the original trilogy. But in Return of the Jedi, he finds redemption just before his death, and the fire burns away the last remaining symbols of his ties to the dark side. Fire was used to show a change in both instances, one for evil and one for redemption. Fire destroyed the good that was in Anakin, but in the end, fire cleansed the last remaining symbols of evil from memory. Fire is not only visually stimulating, but highly symbolic, making it a great tool for the filmmaker. The next time a character raises a torch or lights a campfire, think about what is being implied to you as the audience. Thanks for watching.